wondering who the owner is. So the owner, yes, Diona, and I have been calling myself Aya Diona. So Diona is a pet name I coined for my boo, and I came up with the name because of, you know, the way we connected, the undiluted happiness this man right here makes me feel, the joy, the peace, and I just felt, oh, this is the rightful, like, this is who, okay, this is my Adam. Like, I am 100% sure that God took me out of him, like, he is the rightful person, and that's why I gave him the owner.
So that's actually your nickname for him?
Yes, it's a pet name for him,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so, I don't want to get emotional, actually. I said I wasn't going to get emotional, and I'll try as much as possible to just have it all in control. Okay, so, you know, before now, I had a very, very bad breakup, like, and so after that marriage, that bad marriage, you know, I made up my mind that I wasn't going to hook up with anybody anymore. I was just going to focus on my career and my kids. And then this good-looking man comes into my life. At first, I was like, well, I felt the connection, the chemistry, the companionship. Anytime I'm with him, I don't want to leave, you know, and, you know, I felt it felt good. And then when he asked me to marry him, he's a Muslim, by the way, I was like, marriage, no, I wanted to run. Yeah. At first, I was like,
so
I don't...
That means your last experience really scared you about...
Yes, it did, actually. And I just felt marriage wasn't... I don't think marriage is my thing, because I didn't want to go through all that anymore, because I'm very emotional. And I just felt I didn't want to go through all that wahala anymore. And I was just going to focus on my kids and, you know, my career. And for a very long time, I did that for like close to 3 years thereabout, actually. I did that. I was just more focused on my career and my kids. And then, you know, he came into my life, but he brought so much happiness. I'm not saying this because he's here. He brought so much joy, you know, so much peace. He's a good man. I tell him all the time that he's a good man. And then when he popped the question, I was like, okay, I don't want to lose this beautiful experience I've had with him. The connection is divine. So I'm like, okay, let me just give it one more, you know, trial, one more time. And I know this is my final bus stop. I can tell it from my gut that this is a forever thing. And it's a decision I took, and I'm glad I took it, because it has been blissful all the way. And
well, Mercy has always been a business partner, and I've always seen something very special. And what was the first thing that got me connected, that got me attracted to her, was that she was very open and she was very truthful to me with the first transaction we had together. In fact, when I gave her some money to produce a movie, she had to return some money back to me, which was something I never experienced. Even up to today, no one has ever come back to me that this money is more than enough. This is what we have left, and you have to take it back. And I was like, wow, you know, and I was impressed, and at the same time I felt, wow, this is somebody I really need to keep up with in terms of our business relationship. And when she had the bad experience from her previous marriage, it was in the open. Everybody saw it, and initially when I heard about it, in fact, I was even advising her, oh, you know, the usual way we Africans are, oh, just be calm, be patient, everything is going to be fine, and do not leave your marriage. And she was like, if I were your sister, were you going to advise me to be in an abusive relationship? And I was like, oh, I have to, I just had to step back, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you're an adult. In fact, I was in the US when that happened. I saw it on the internet. So, and well, I had to let me leave this girl to, just be focused, because I didn't really like the kind of response she gave to me. And I was in the US for a while, and by the time I came back, oh, what is next for us to do? And she was like, no, I'm not interested in production right now. I needed to focus on my children and my business. When it comes to production, I need to put that aside and all that. I was like, oh, okay. And I continued with other producers I had as at then. And once in a while we'll chat, we'll talk, oh, how are you doing, this and that. And she had to, and at a point she said, oh, she was trying to get back into the production. And the title of the movie she produced then was what is this crime? 77 Bullets. In fact, she never collected money from me. She produced, she did everything by herself, and I was like, oh, is it that this girl does not want to work with me anymore? Is it that I've said something she didn't like at a point? And she said to me that, you know what, I'm not willing to sell to you. I just want to start, having my own, content and all that. And I was like, okay, I respect that. In any way you need my help, let me know, and I'll be willing and ready to help. And at a point she called me again. She said, I want to sell this movie. Are you willing to buy? I said, oh, really? Okay, let me have the privilege to see the preview copy. And she sent to me, I previewed, and I liked. And I was like, okay, well, and we started the business, relationship again. In fact, even after then, she did another movie for another marketer in the name of Corporate Pictures. Yes. In fact, I thought I lost my relationship with her, because I felt maybe because I was trying to advise her with her previous marriage, I think she took an offense with that, and I felt, well, I don't think I've ever done anything wrong by saying what I thought was right as at that point. So, but she came back to me and she said, would you like to buy this? And because I was not really happy with her, I had to price the movie very low. Yes, I was like, sure, I don't even care. Well, would you take this amount? And she was like, no, you are a bad person. Why would you price this? You have the experience in the industry. You have seen this movie. You know how much I would have put into this movie. Why would you price this low? And I was, oh, okay. I don't have to buy, and you don't have to sell to me. You can take to whoever you want to sell to. After all, you just sold a movie to Corporate Pictures, you can go to him. And maybe a month later, she came back to me and she was like, okay, do you really like this movie? I said, yes, I do. Okay, are you sure you like it? I said, of course. Okay. Are you willing to buy? Yes. Okay. How much can you buy? I said, I've given an offer already. Can you add more? I said, no. Yes. He said, okay. And she said, okay. How would you pay? I said, I'm going to pay you half now and half when I sell. Please. And she was like, are you sure that is what you're going to do? I said, yes. She said, I'll get back to you. And she got back to me the same day at the night or thereabouts, later in the day. Yes. And she said, okay, you can have the movie. I'll send everything, the master everything back to you. And I got the movie. And I started promoting and all that. I released the movie. And I made so much money.
And the movie did well? The
movie did very well. Online, on DVD, whatsoever, the movie did very well. And I now felt that, my conscience was not telling me that, will it be right for me to just swallow this money? I didn't invest. She invested her money, her intellectual, whatever, her money, everything. I just came, I just sold, and I made so much money. this won't be nice. I said, well, let me just do what we Muslim call sadaqah or zakat, so that whatever I'm eating would digest well and it will be nutritious and, you know, be helpful to me, you know, just like, you know, I was just cracking jokes. Called her. I said, well, because I've always had account details, I just transferred, and in the narration I put gifts. And she was like, oh, gift, how? I said, yeah, that's a gift. And she was like, wow. I said, and she was like, oh, that was very nice of you. Although I've always told her that the movie did very well, even when I released the movie. And another thing that was, you know, very striking was that the usual producers and actors, when you sell a movie like that and the movie does well, they will come back to you like, oh, you know, the movie did well, you know, you're supposed to, you know, give me some more money, some more royalties. You know, she never said that. She was just like, oh, I'm happy. Oh, the movie did well. And another thing I did was I never lied. Anytime I call, I say, wow, the movie is doing well. Oh. We are doing, even on the promotions, you know, she has a lot of followers.
Have this transparency.
Yes. Even though the deal wasn't a very good deal to her, she promoted so well on all our platforms, and I was like, wow.
Very passionate about my.
And I said, wow, this girl. And I was like, this is very unique, because I didn't really expect her to put so much effort and energy, because she knew already that the movie was mine. Yeah. But she did. She was promoting. She was, you know. At the end of the day, that was how we reconnected. So we started again, and she was like, oh, I never knew you were this kind-hearted, you know. That was very thoughtful of you. That was very nice of you. Oh, okay. I said, okay, let's go for a dinner. And that was how we reconnected. So I've always known that Mercy is a very truthful person, very hardworking, very reliable, and she's somebody that you can confide in. She's somebody that, you know, when you have an opportunity to deal with her, she's not going to betray you. She's very loyal. You know, whatever she says is what she's going to do. And whatever she's going to do is what she's going to say. So I've always known that about her. About 10 years.
10 years.
Yes. The first movie you did for me was in 2012, thereabout. Yeah, 2012.
You think it's more than 10 years?
I think it's about 10 years.
I think it's up to 10.
I think it's about 10 years.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
good with dates. I'm not
Yes.
with dates.
We were never friends. Though I've met him like a couple of times, but we were never friends. He's an older person to me, so there's no way, we are not connected in any way.
Because there was a picture that was flying all over social media of you and the wife. I don't know what function.
I think it was his 40th,
That was
his 40th
yeah, for a birthday. That was about 8-9 years ago.
and I was invited.
She was invited. Ogabelo was invited. Femi Adebayo, you know, Shola Kosoko, Ibrahim Chata. A lot of Nollywood, you know, superstars were present. Even some of my colleagues.
Because I was married at that time.
You know, she came just like Ibrahim Chata came with his partner, Shola Kosoko came with her husband. So a whole lot of people came with their spouses.
No, we're never friends.
That is not true. That is not true. There's nothing like snatching. I'm a full-grown adult, and they were never friends, and it's a decision
I think
made.
people just came up with a lot of narratives.
It's just like anybody could walk up to any celebrity in a party, or even forget about my party.
Yeah.
You could meet a celebrity even in a mall. Oh, I like you, I'm your friend. Take pictures.
That doesn't make us friends.
That does not make you guys friends.
So we're never friends.
You know, so we could step out of this building now. Somebody, oh, Mercy, oh, I like you, I'm your fan. Can we take pictures? Well, my family is in the US, and I shuttle between US and Nigeria because my business is here in Nigeria. And if people say we are separated, maybe they are saying that because my family is not here with me in Nigeria, but we are good together. Though there were issues, because of, what is going on, but everything is under control. Everything is back to normal and everything is fine. So we're good. I am a Muslim, and my religion permits me to marry more than one wife. Now I am married to 2 wives. I have 2 beautiful women, and I'm glad everything is good. I strongly believe that we are making progress. Though it may not go at the pace at which we want, but it's steady, but it's moving. And I believe that if we continue the way we are working, we are getting there, and I believe we're going to get there. Because, I remember when I joined the industry, it was practically on the VHS, and later it was on the VCD. Now, as you know, I'm the chairman of Ibaka TV. It's SVOD online. People subscribe to watch all over the world. That is not how it used to be. I remember so many years when we used to, request for VCDs from Nigeria to send to us to watch movies. But now it's not like that. And if you see the kind of content we produce, we churn out from Nigeria, it is globally competitive. So I believe that we are not doing badly, and we're going to keep doing better.
The journey so far has not been very easy. I've faced a lot of hurdles. When I just started in the industry, it was not easy for me to be accepted as every other person who is a greenhorn in the industry. A lot of people won't believe in you, and they were not ready to give me the platform for me to showcase my talent. So it was very challenging for me to prove myself that, look, I carry this talent and I want to share it with the world. So that was part of the challenge I had when I just started in the industry. And then, way back, there was no money. There was no money in the industry. And then before I joined Nollywood, I was already working. I was, working in the financial institution. I was earning money, salary. And then I had my daughter to take care of and all those things. So, at some point, I had to leave my job to venture into Nollywood fully. So you can imagine you living like a place where you're sure of, you're secured in terms of, yes, stipend, and then you're going to somewhere that you're not sure of what you're going to expect. You don't know if you're going to make it, it's like living a greener pasture for somewhere that you're not even sure of. So that was a huge, bold step I took. I resigned from my work. I came into the industry. I started going for auditions. Sometimes I get picked, sometimes I don't get picked. At times you get picked and the director thinks you're not,
Good enough for the role.
Yeah, even though you auditioned and you passed all the stages, the director might be like, I don't know you. And there was a particular one I was like, if you don't give me the chance, how would you even know me? You understand? People that somebody gave them chances or whatever. Yes. So, but a lot of times I got all those kind of challenges, but I just kept going. I forged ahead because I had this deep-rooted passion for the job. And let me quickly mention that I am a professional to the core. I actually studied creative arts, as theater arts, from the University of Lagos. I was in the Polytechnic before getting to the university. So instead of me to go back for my HND, I went to University of Lagos to study the arts because I wanted to be well-grounded. I wanted to know the nitty-gritty of the job so that at least that would help me. I wanted to arm myself with all that. So after going through all that and you still come out and then you're not getting anything, you're trying your best, people are rejecting you. I remember when we used to queue at Winnie's Hotel in Surulere, hanging around, looking for script. You know, a lot of things. That's why I said it's a long story. And then gradually, I started with the English genre of Nollywood. And a friend of mine was like, Mercy, English is saturated. Too many people. Why don't you try Yoruba and, you know, thank God you can speak Yoruba. You're a beautiful girl and all those things. So you have what it takes to actually thrive in the Yoruba movie industry. So I'm like, okay, fine. I took her advice. Thank God I took her advice. I crossed over and started doing Yoruba. The first movie I did, not the first movie, but I would say the movie that brought me to limelight is titled Ara by Wemolu Paul in Ibadan. So I went to Ibadan to do that movie, and then the movie came out, and everybody accepted it. You know, everybody said, "Who's a pretty girl? Who's a new girl?" And then I started getting scripts. Well, it wasn't all that easy because you go to set for like 2 weeks. See, let me share a story with you. I went to a particular set, and we shot that movie for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks thereabouts. Sis, I slept in my car all through the days of shoot because I was not given a room. I didn't have money to like take a room. All through, and don't forget I was a single mom then. I still had my daughter to take care of. But I slept in the car, and in the morning, I'll go and be begging people to bathe in their bathroom. And then when I was leaving, after 3 weeks, 2 weeks there, about 3 weeks of shoot, the producer gave me 5,000 naira. I collected the money and I was crying. I was like, God, Mercy, not be say cost, they swear for you. How could you have left your good paying job for this? So those are parts of the challenges I faced as, you know, a greenhorn when I just came into the movie industry. And then in lots of other things, the harassment, the rishi things. But the bottom line is that I did not give up. I kept pushing. Yes.
Ladies,
yes.
I mean, I met a lot of the young ladies.
Sis, I went for, there was this particular movie that they called for audition for, and this particular person, then it was like the big thing in Nollywood. You know, he had the blockbuster movie, everybody knew him, and you know, those times they do, we still do, but they do like School of Drama, all those caucuses and all those things. So I joined the School of Drama, and I auditioned for that role. I went first stage, second stage, third stage, and eventually I got the role. And then I was supposed to go to the office to get my script, and then the guy called me inside his office. I was like, Mercy, I'm sorry you lost the role. I'm like, but I auditioned for this role now. And everybody was there, stages, different stages. When they said, no, get money, I want our boss, or our person will lap me, all those kind of things. And then I'll cram, I don't sleep, I'll stand in front of the mirror, I'll cram my script, get my reaction, and you're telling me, after going through all that, and you're telling me I lost the role, why did I lose the role? And this guy goes, the director does not know you. Hey, I'm like, okay, if you were looking for someone known, why then did you audition for the role? And then the guy was like, Mercy, you know now, if you were very close to me, by now the director would have known you. He'd have been following me everywhere. Apparently, prior to that time, the guy had asked me out and I didn't, you know, give it. So I was like, I never wanted to come and start touching me. I'm like, oh God, I beg. If not because of role, shove it. I don't need it. Like, I walked out. Even though I was like, God, I earned this role. Why? But I didn't care because I'm like, I won't give in. I won't give in because I believed so much in myself. So on the day of shoots, I don't know if they got disappointed by whomever, but the man called me. Guess what, Auntie? The man called me. I was like, oh, Mercy, we're in VGC filming, and the girl that is playing the role, she's not even delivering, blah, blah, blah. And the director asked that we bring you. Me, I didn't go. As a Benin girl, I get pride. I'm like, no, don't worry. I'm very busy, even though I did house. Even though when I cut the call, I cried. I'm like, I hope I took the right decision. But looking back right now, I can boldly say that I took the right decision because I said no to harassment. I refused. You understand? And so many other cases, some, I know you've mentioned some, I would already be in the series. You know when you're already casted as a part of the... Yes, you're already in the movie, you're already playing a prominent role. And then the producer says, look, if you don't give me what I'm asking you, I'm going to yank you off. And let me write the story. You go hear producer, they tell you, say, should I'm the one that wrote the story. I'll just say your character had an accident. And that's it. They did it to me. So a lot of times I'll be so devastated. I'll be like, I hope I'm taking the right decision. But to God be the glory. So far, you know, it's been amazing. God has been gracious. For the upcoming actors, I would say just stay focused. Believe in yourself, because it's only when you believe totally in yourself that you'll be able to convince somebody else to believe in you. So believe in yourself. And then I keep telling them, if you have an opportunity to play a role, if you are auditioned in a movie and you have an opportunity to play a role, give that role your best shots. Kill that role. And then I tell this up and coming now, social media is a blessing to you guys. If you don't know, I am telling you, stop trolling people on the internet. Use it as a medium to showcase your talent. We have a lot of social media talents right now. Celebrities that actually came up through social media. We have a lot of skits makers that are making millions, buying houses, buying cars, doing well on social media because they focus on their talent rather than opening fake pages to troll celebrities. Celebrities are not your problem. Focus on yourself. Do something. Do a skit. Do a funny skit. You know, just look for something, put it together, tag everybody that matters. One day somebody would see it. I repost for a lot of people. I know a lot of other of my colleagues. I know Don Jazzy repost. He does repost for people, and then Funke and all that. So do it. Tag everybody that you think needs to see it, and then one day somebody will repost. So that's my advice for them. Stop trolling. Stop using social media to stop being a savage on social media. Just concentrate on yourself. Use it to showcase your talent, and then stay focused. And then another challenge I've had is, you know, it's not easy. Would I say it's not easy climbing up the stairs? Is that what they say? But it's very easy to come all the way down. So staying up there is a lot of hard work. You know, it has not been easy, but, well, I've been grinding on God's grace, so to God be the glory. A lot of people actually don't even know right now that I am not a Yoruba woman. Lots of people think that I am 100% Yoruba woman, aside my name, actually. I keep saying that I'm not trying to sound tribalistic. I don't know if that's the word, but I keep saying that Yoruba people are very welcoming. Really. Like, when I got into the Yoruba movie industry, they embraced me. They welcomed me. Like, they just saw my talent and they celebrated my talent. It's been, and that's why no matter what I do, wherever I go to, I can never forget the Yoruba movie industry, because Yoruba movie industry made me who I am today. There was no, oh, she's not Yoruba. No, there was no segregation. You understand? There was those discrimination. They embraced me, and I kept getting scripts. You know, they did not even think of the fact that I was not Yoruba. And guess what? When I just started Yoruba movie industries, and when I just started in the Yoruba movie industry, my Yoruba wasn't this fluent. I learned on the job. My Yoruba was kata kata, like it doesn't.
It doesn't connect.
But you know, most of the producers I worked with, I want to use this medium to shout out to all the Yoruba movie producers, the directors I've worked with. Thank you guys, thank you. They were amazing, especially in my early days in the Yoruba movie industry. They were so patient, and then they would teach me. And then some of the actors that I also worked with, someone like Yinka Quadri. I remember my first Yoruba movie, I played Yinka Quadri's wife, and then, you know, he had to be teaching me all those Yoruba parables. Some other actors would give you attitude, but he took his time, he was teaching me. And then Auntie Shola too. I remember Auntie Shola's job, and then, you know, Auntie Shola was, or should I still say is, my, you know, I like her because she know they take nonsense. She's a firebrand like me, and then her energy, you know. So when I had the opportunity to be part of a movie on custom. I was looking forward to, you know, to me working with her. So when I got on that set, my director told me that I was going to be playing the side chick to her husband. And then Anshola was going to come to the house to harass me and want me to leave her house. And then when Anshola comes in, she was just going to do her thing. You know the way Anshola does her thing. And then she'll just want me and go. So me, I won't talk. I'll just keep quiet and be looking. I'm like, okay, me that I just started. Anshola is already known. So Anshola will come to my house and warn me. I'll be looking. So people will be like, this girl is a mumu. I didn't talk in my mind. So that particular scene, when Anshola came, she gave me, I gave her back. I said, if they let me there, cause I don't agree this. I gave her back. I'm like, no, this woman not gonna take my shine.
No, darling.
Yes, and I'm glad the director did not cut. And after that, Anshola hugged me. She said, that's my girl, good girl, you know. And so I had the opportunity to work with amazing actors when I just started. And that is why, you know, in my own little way, I support up and coming. If I come to your set, I support them. I do that because I had the privilege to work with people who were patient and who supported me when I just started. It's a lot of hard work. I get overwhelmed at times. I can't even lie. Because you have to create content as the brand influencer, brand ambassador for your brand, and that takes time. You know, I'm also an entrepreneur. My fashion store is the most followed in Nigeria. We have you know, my customer base is wide. Everybody loves Mac Divas clothing because that's what my store is called, Mac Divas. So I have customers far and wide and all those things. I have to cater to them because I don't want them to fall short of, you know, expectations from Mac Divas. And then I have a child who is in Canada. It's not easy when you have a child abroad. I have to keep up with what she's doing. And then I have a child there to body, and then I have my big baby. So it's at times I'm like, hey, come on, I'll be mad. So, but I think the grace of God has been helping me. And then, to God be the glory, even though we just started this journey, but he has been very supportive with, you know, with everything, thereby making it easy for me to you know, marry all these very important roles together. He has been very supportive. You know, at times I'm like, babe, can you help me do this? Can you help me pick this? Can you help me do this? Can you check on this? Can you check on my staff? Can you just, you know? And then it has been amazing. So, and then my mom too has been supportive. I'm just blessed with people close to me that are very dependable. So it makes my job easier. I'm not poor. You know, I think I'm one of the most misunderstood people because I really don't know why people don't see my hard work. I work so damn hard. I hardly sleep. And then people just don't see my hard work. I'm not poor. I have assets. My child is abroad. I pay school fees in dollars. I change naira to dollar. And I've been doing this before we started, you know. So I don't know why people came up with that notion that I married him because of money. It's not like he's poor, but I'm rich. To God be the glory. I'm very, extremely comfortable. So I don't know where they came up with that too. I don't know how. But I just know when we came out.
You own a house in Lagos? On the mainland of the island, doesn't money?
No, I did not marry him because of his money. I married him because I love him. Because he's my friend. Because he's my best friend. You know, and because it gives me peace. It gives me peace. It makes me happy. I did not marry him because of his money. In fact, I'm working for him. Yes. Yes, that's so true because we're business partners and I work for him. So I don't know where they came up with that notion, really, because I'm also building his brand. No, but really, we complement each other. But, you know, I also brought something to the table. It's not like I just walked into a relationship like I don't have any value I'm adding. I'm adding a lot of value to the relationship. Likewise, it's also adding value to me. So I'm not poor. I don't know why people just think, oh, once Messi is dating somebody. That's how they said my ex, I chopped his money. I saw that one online and I ran. I'm like, these people said, almost they see Mercy. They just believe that, oh, Mercy is a gold digger. I work hard for my money. All this influencing job I do you think I receive peanuts to be an influencer? No. I get paid huge sums of money. Yeah. To be an ambassador, to influence brands. And then I just told you that my store is the most followed. Sis, there are some people that are not even celebrities on IG. I can name 1, 2, 3. And they made millions from business on IG. So what are you saying? I have over 10 million followers. I'm a known face, a celebrity. I do business and my business is thriving. I've done business for like 7 years now, and you think I'm joking? You think I'm playing? Also, all those dance, why they dance, when they see, when I advertise, you think, hey, I make good money. And then I am the first set of people that made a lot of money from influencing, before influencing became
Yeah.
Yes. I remember Laura and I, we made a lot of money.